So, it's time again for an Explorer lesson. I'm coming to you again from my utility room, also known as home office, and I wish you a joyful Easter. I'm so glad for you to be here with me today, and I'm going to let someone very special chime in with an Easter greeting for you.
Hi everyone!
Welcome to Explorer Sunday School. What you see on your screen is a cross that's hung in my house for probably a quarter of a century. I call it the Evangeline cross because I live on Evangeline with my husband. Also because Evangeline means good news, which we could use some of, yes? I wrote you a little poem. It's called Isolation, Oscillation. My breath in my face mask fogs up my glasses. I'm just one of the many, one of the masses, separated 6 feet apart, yet all in one boat and part of one heart. I've long suspected we need each other, we children of God and earth, our mother. Now all the more I'm less distracted from facing the fact that we're all impacted. Less distracted, but more confused about how to live with so much to lose, how to cherish each shining hour when something so lethal holds such power. Breathing in, my glasses clear. Breathing out, more fog, oh dear. And so it is this oscillation twixt confidence and consternation, a rise and fall, a variation, a surge of certain, then hesitation, a creative wave, then why should I care? A vexing vibration twixt hope and despair. I live on a spectrum twixt yes and no, an alternation, an ebb and flow. And in my emotions I glide on an arc from light and hope to fear and dark. And now Easter comes with resurrection, but joy must be mixed with sober reflection. Joy must be tempered and pain not shut out as we raise our jubilant Easter shout. The robins rejoice, but take nothing for granted. They search for their food with one eye slanted. They scurry along, then freeze, stretching high, to scan the yard for reason to fly. Robins rise with cheerful song. They do their work the whole day long. They have a method that keeps them steady, a confident practice that keeps them ready. And so I manage my oscillation with Methodist determination to practice the gifts that I do best, to rise with resolve and then to rest. I doubt I'm protected from all alarms, but I know I'm sustained in loving arms. Okay, so that poem we'll call my version of Faith in the Age of Pandemic, which brings us to Easter Sunday. For this day of the church year, we have a choice of gospel good news readings, John's account or Matthew's. I've chosen Matthew's account as paraphrased by Eugene Peterson in the Message. Listen. After the Sabbath, as the first light of the new week dawned, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary came to keep vigil at the tomb. Suddenly the earth reeled and rocked under their feet as God's angel came down from heaven, came right up to where they were standing. He rolled back the stone and then sat on it. Shafts of lightning blazed from him. His garments shimmered snow white. The guards at the tomb were scared to death. They were so frightened they couldn't move. The angel spoke to the women. "There is nothing to fear here. I know you're looking for Jesus, the one they nailed to the cross. He is not here. He was raised just as he said. Come and look at the place where he was placed. Now get on your way quickly and tell his disciples, he is risen from the dead. He is going on ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there." That's the message. The women, deep in wonder and full of joy, lost no time in leaving the tomb. They ran to tell the disciples. Then Jesus met them, stopping them in their tracks. "Good morning," he said. They fell to their knees, embraced his feet, and worshiped him. Jesus said, "You're holding on to me for dear life. Don't be frightened like that. Go tell my brothers that they are to go to Galilee, and that I'll meet them there." So I'm cloistered in my home, so grateful for a home and a good husband, and a measure of peace and health so far, and I've accepted the assignment to generate a Sunday school lesson. Nothing I love more, but fear and tension are creeping around the edges, and sometimes I wonder what I'm doing, spinning hope. Well, hallelujah anyway. When in doubt, go to the hymnal. So I'm paging through the resurrection offerings when I'm arrested by number 307, "Christ is Risen," by Brian Wren. This is a new hymn, as hymns go, 1984. As it happens, our younger son Robert was born that year. So the year is already special to me, and now all the more. The poem captures me. The metaphors, the inclusive language that applies to everyone, the reflection on past, present, and future, the promise and power of new life, the constant presence of Christ with us. When the poem was approved for the United Methodist Hymnal, the editor suggested setting it to Beethoven's Ode to Joy. Dr. Wren said no. He had another suggestion, a Polish tune from the 14th century or so, and it's very, very familiar. Do you know the Christmas song, "Infant Holy, Infant Lowly"? I'll guess you do, but if not, you can easily find it. One tune, two births, the birth of baby Jesus to the maid Mary, and the passing through death to new life that Jesus showed us must be accomplished. Suffering and death, transformed, a different world, and Jesus our friend, always. I found a lovely version of the tune by Donna Germano. I've provided for you the words by Brian Wren, verse by verse, and some images, I hope, are in line with his metaphors. Some of the images are from my own little corner of the world, others are from elsewhere. In a sense, my corner and elsewhere are the same, and underneath, the everlasting arms. So I want to dedicate my little rhyme at the beginning, and then that beautiful music accompanied by the words of Brian Wren, to our brother Charles Wesley, who helped found our Methodist tradition. He was a poet beyond compare. He wrote so very many of the hymns that we know and love and sing to this day. I also want to offer a little something dedicated to his brother John, and that would be a song that, although not sacred, is sacred to me, one of my favorites, by Claire Hawley. So, for Brother John, bring this boy some good news.
Last night I heard someone singing about a new wind coming to this town, and it sounded so simple and true, like a song I wanna sing for you. My, oh my, the moon is bright tonight. Come closer to me and curl up tight, and bring this boy some good news, and tell me that you love me too. Fate has a funny way to choose, leaving some folks to gain and some to lose. But I want me a taste of some good news, and I wanna sing it straight back to you. My, oh my, the moon is bright tonight. Come closer to me and curl up tight, and bring this boy some good news, and tell me that you love me too. My, oh my, the moon is bright tonight. Come closer to me and curl up tight, and bring this boy some good news, and tell